Well, Brother Mac mentioned something about how historically they label everyone as a communist, and they use that as a way of attacking us. I want to go to X1 from On the Clock, Dwayne. There's a group of Nazis, actual Nazis. You'll see in this video that they're carrying a Nazi-inspired flag, who in Rhode Island decided to crash a book reading because they didn't like the subject that was being read about. What was being read about was the Communist Manifesto, Karl Marx short book. I suggest everyone reads it. These Nazis did not want that to happen. Let's take a look at that clip.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Red Books Day at Red Ink Community Library. What you just saw was a video put together by some of the members at Red Ink, which highlights the global reach and importance of the Communist Manifesto's message. With the banning of books in today's political climate, this is an especially significant event. Some may be asking, what is Red Books Day? In the spring of 1848, Karl Marx and Frederick Engels published the Communist Manifesto. Today, February 21st, 2022, is the 174th anniversary of its publishing, which is internationally celebrated as Red Books Day. We have people that are reading right now that are from Brazil and New York City. There are people in Ireland and India, in South Africa, Philadelphia, and New York. And at Red Ink, we have, besides the Communist Manifesto here, we have all sorts of literature. We have journals, we have contemporary socialist criticism, we have children's books, we have a little bit of everything. For more information about us, visit redinkri.org. For more information about Red Books Day, go to redbooks.org.
The proletarian movement is the self-conscious, independent movement of the immense majority. But in order to oppress a class, certain conditions must be assured to it under which it can at least continue its slavish existence.
Scary, guys.
They're not in substance, yet in form. The struggle of the proletariat with the bourgeoisie.
What's your problem? Why are you interrupting me?
Struggle. The proletariat.
I'm standing right here. I'm not getting knocked out.
First of all,
thank you, everybody, for joining us. 50 Nazis just descended outside. So we're going to finish this with the discussion afterwards. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Workers of the world, unite. Thank you so much.
I just have a general question for the whole group, and anybody can jump in. Why is it more acceptable to be a Nazi in America than a communist? I'm just kind of observing the ascent of Nazism all around the country, and yet you still can't even read the Communist Manifesto without Nazis pulling up on you. Anybody who wants to jump in.
But Ben, the other thing is, think about what we've been talking about a lot, and that is, the way that capitalism has exploited folks today. It doesn't make sense that you can look at the amount of wealth that has been accumulated by, say, Zuckerberg, Bezos, those folks, and then what has happened to the average hourly wage in this country during that time that they've accumulated such billions and billions. So, what is the Communist Manifesto talking about? It's literally taking a look at capitalism and saying, hey, you might want to watch out for capitalism because it could lead to self-destruction. And now, here comes communism or socialism, if you will. So I don't know what's so dangerous about that scares folks, but, here we go.
Brother Marcus.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought I was going to be the lefty on here, but apparently I'm amongst comrades. No, but this is the thing. And that's like, this is where I hope it puts into stark distinction, and it takes a while to get over just U.S. propaganda, that saying words like socialism and communism, these aren't bad. Like these are things that have been described to us over time, in a way. But like when you see just people trying to read a book, and who shows up in response, Now, if I ask you, which side are you on?
Come on, somebody.
It should not be too difficult to see, right? And this is where, honestly, and Brother Ben, I'm happy that you have the discussions and the talks that you have, because there's nothing scary about socialism and communism except for the elites. And
that's right.
The people who want to exert power over people, those are the people who have to fight against socialism. And so if you're hearing this for the first time, look into it. You like Communist Manifesto, that's like 70 pages. But I mean, like, go beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go beyond that. If you're like the Black radical tradition in the United States, some of these groups, they're straight up taking these teachings from Marx, Engels, and they're expanding on them, and really, you could just look into our own people, right? Look into our own people, and you get those stories. I almost dropped an F-bomb. Sorry, but
you're amongst comrades.
But that's the thing too, is that's why when you start getting a little bit of left, you also understand that security and defense is extremely important, because it's Nazis today, but that's at the end of the day, was it straight up Nazis that killed Malcolm X? Was it the Nazis that got Fred Hampton?
Come on.